If Pyros and Crips all got along, they probably got me down by the end of the song. Seem like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear drop, 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 drop.
Okay, so I had a video planned for this long before the trade deadline even happened, and I'm not sure if I explained this in an earlier video, but I had a theory that they were just gonna trade the entire team. You know what I mean? Just blow up the entire team, go the Oklahoma City Thunder route, you know what I mean? Trade Damian Lillard, trade CJ McCollum, trade the entire starting lineup, all that shit, and just basically do what the Thunder did, which is just get a bunch of picks. But yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going towards that direction. The wildest thing I heard, though, is that they're apparently doing all this to build a better roster around Damian Lillard. Like, here's the thing. So, the whole thing that they did was, oh my god, they cleared up $60 million in cap space, blah blah blah, you know what I mean? Oh my fucking god. But my thing is, no, I mean, like I said, I predicted that they would just go Oklahoma City Thunder, trade their entire starting line. But here's the thing. Even both things that they're doing make no fucking sense. So, number one, if they want to go the OKC route, they already fucked up because they didn't even get a first round pick back for Covington, and they didn't get a first round pick back for the Covington and Powell trade. You know, they basically traded them motherfuckers for nothing. Yeah, you would think a guy that they traded two first round picks for what? They traded two first round picks for Robert Covington, and then traded him for a second round pick. And who the fuck did they get back? Like Keon Johnson. The Blazers they fucked up there. They already fucked up there, and then they got like what? And then for CJ McCollum, they got like Nickeil Alexander-Walker or whatever the fuck. And then they traded him for like Joe Ingles. So they're just racking up all these second round picks. So who the fuck is gonna want to take all these second round picks? That's what I want to know. You know, some of these picks aren't even like immediate picks. Some of these picks are like 20, 25. Like some of these are just really far out there picks. So it's like they traded Nickeil Alexander-Walker or whatever the fuck for Joe Ingles. Like, I get that they're gonna clear cap space, but who the fuck wants to come to Portland? Kevin Love? Like, other than Kevin Love, who the fuck wants to go to Portland, bro? Because Klay Thompson ain't walking out that door. That's not happening. You know what I mean? He's very happy in Golden State. You know what I mean? Even though they're struggling right now, he's not gonna go to fucking Portland. That's not happening. Draymond Green, they tried that shit 9 billion times. The Warriors are never gonna do that shit. You know what I mean? Now I'm hearing that they're gonna trade for Jeremy Grant. Imagine clearing up all this cap space just to end up with Jeremy Grant. You could have done this shit when you had. If you're gonna do all this shit to fucking get Jeremy Grant, you could have done this shit when you had CJ. You could have done this shit when you had Norman Powell. You could have done this shit when you had all these other guys. But now you got rid of the entire roster just to trade for Jeremy Grant? Like, so I don't know, I mean, Blazers fans have said this for years. They've said that, oh yeah, they haven't put enough help around Damian Lillard. Now, I disagree with that statement. I think overall, they have given him a decent amount of help. But I think their front office decisions are fucking garbage. In terms of actually putting talent around him. You know, obviously, they haven't put any superstar talent around him. But in terms of putting pieces around him to win, you know what I mean? They've got good players over the years. You know what I mean? Obviously, you got LaMarcus Aldridge, you got Batum, you got Wesley Matthews, you got CJ, you got Nurkic, you got Norman Powell, you got Robert Covington, you got Carmelo Anthony. So you can't say they just haven't had any talent around him. But I do agree with the fact that like he's never played with another superstar. Because LaMarcus Aldridge, even at his best, was not a superstar. He was kind of like all-star, maybe slightly above an all-star level. He's never been a superstar. So I do agree that they've never paired him with another superstar. But like, the thing is, that's not their fucking problem. Their problem is they always make the wrong decisions. The problem is not putting talent around. They have put talent around, but they always make the wrong decisions. So they give up all this shit. They give up Gary Trent. They give up Bronny Hood. They give up all this shit to get Norm Powell. Then they give Norm Powell like $20 million. Then they ship him off for like a second-round pick for like what? Keon Johnson. Is Keon Johnson really gonna be that much better than Gary Trent? If you want to do this shit, you could have just kept Gary Trent. You know what I mean? And then you gave up 2 first-round picks for Robert Covington, and then you get back a second-round pick. So, like, I don't know. I'm so glad I'm not a Blazers fan. You know what I mean? It saved me the burden of having to deal with this trash-ass team. Now, Blazers fans, I don't know how y'all feel, but you gotta admit, your team is trash. You're like, what, the 10th or 11th seed? So you can't say your team is good. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to insult y'all. I'm just saying, factually speaking, your team is not good right now. But I have a theory. Like it's all coming to fruition. Hear me out. So this season, obviously, you know, Damian Lillard's out for the season, so they're gonna tank. They're probably gonna get like around a top 10 pick, depending on how badly the lottery screws them over. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe the Blazers actually do some shit and get like a good pick. I have no idea. You know what I mean? Maybe they actually get a good pick, because like Damian Lillard's not coming back this year. So okay, here's the thing. I agree with half of the moves they made. Like, I think they should have traded Covington because he was on an expiring contract. I think they should trade Nurkic, which they're probably going to do, because he's on an expiring contract and I wouldn't want to pay them. But why the fuck did you trade Norman Powell? That's the thing that doesn't make sense. Now, trading CJ McCollum kind of makes sense if you were to get, like, another player for him. But why the fuck would you trade Norman Powell? That's the one, because they gave up all that shit to get Norm Powell, then they re-sign him, then they trade him immediately. So that's the one thing that I don't understand. But back to this shit. So let's say they end up with, like, what is it? Top 5 pick? Top 10 pick? They get either Chet Holmgren or, like, that Pablo Panchero. I have no clue. But let's just say they get one of these top 5, top 10 picks. You know what I mean? That's one franchise player right there. You know what I mean? And then you have Simons, who showed potential. You have, like, I guess you think Keon Johnson is going to do anything. I mean, Nasir Little, I'm not completely sold on him, but he has shown flashes. So you got a little bit going there. You got, like, not that much. Obviously not that much. Obviously, you know what I mean? Close enough. But then, let's say you trade for Damian Lillard, or let's say you trade Damian Lillard to the Knicks. Then you get Obi Toppin. You know what I mean? Because I think the Knicks said that they're open to trading everyone but RJ Barrett, which I think is a smart move. I think RJ Barrett, they need to keep him no matter what, because Zion might not stay with the team. Zion might not stay with the Pelicans that much longer. So, like, okay, I understand that the Pelicans are trying to convince Zion to stay, but is CJ McCollum really the difference between Zion staying and leaving for New York? Would you rather live in New Orleans, or would you rather live in New York? Let's just be honest. Would you rather live in New York? Like, me personally, I don't like New York, but for a lot of different people, the answer is very obvious in terms of the New York side. So yeah, And would getting CJ McCollum be the difference? Now, if they were to get like what Bradley Beal, then I would consider staying. But CJ McCollum, really? That's gonna convince me to stay if I'm Zion. So I don't know what the Pelicans' plan is. You know what I mean? I really don't. And like, obviously Zion, he's having weight issues. I don't know what the fuck is going on with him. He might not even play at all this year. So back to the Blazers. I have a theory. So let's say they trade Damian Lillard to the Knicks. They get Obi Toppin. They get what, like Emmanuel Quickly? Or I mean, they're gonna have to give up one of these guards, or else they're gonna have like a million point guards on their roster. And then they give up a couple of like role players just to match salaries. Maybe they like Alec Burke. You know what I mean? Just like some 3-and-D guys. You know, to match salaries, all that shit. So now you would have what? You would have what? A top 10 pick from this year. Then you get the Knicks pick, and the Knicks are going to be trash as well. So you get a pick from the Knicks. So you get the Knicks pick and your own pick. You know what I mean? You're gonna get your Knicks pick, your own pick. You already got Anthony Simons balling. You already got what is it? Fuck. I don't even know what else to say. Because who the fuck other than Anthony Simons has shown like legit potential? Because I know there's been some guys in the Blazers who have shown things here and there, but who the fuck has actually shown legit? Because, like I said, Nasir Little has been good in like every 9,000 games. Keon Johnson, I've never fucking heard of this dude in my life. You know what I mean? Let's say they get Obi Toppin. Now that would be a good pickup. You know what I mean? They probably still need to get a center. Not sure if they want to trade Mitchell Rob. Not sure if they want to include Mitchell Robinson in that deal, but they're gonna have to include somebody. You know what I mean? The Knicks are gonna have to include somebody. They probably don't want to take on Julius Randle because that motherfucker is making too much money. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not looking too good for the Blazers right now. I understand that. But if you get 2 top 10 picks this year, and then you're bad against next year, guess what? What if you take for Bronny? What if you get 2 top 10 picks this year, and then you get Bronny? And we all know the Lakers, they're kind of trash, right? You know what I mean? Russell Westbrook, that whole thing's going on. You know what I mean? The team's getting old, which is usually around the time that LeBron bails. So, in 2023, let's say they get another top 10 pick, and they get Bronny. And, you know, LeBron, he's not feeling it. He already said he'd be open to playing with Bronny. Now LeBron goes to the Blazers. So now you got 3 guys, 3 prospects who are top 10 picks. You got Simons, you got Obi Toppin. I don't know if Keon Johnson is going to be a starter or like a 6th man. I don't know. You know what I mean? And then you get Bronny, and then you get LeBron. So you go get it poppin', man. That's all I'm gonna say. If you can do all that shit, you could have 2 first-round picks this year, and you have Obi Toppin. Yeah, 2 first-round picks this year, and you have Obi Toppin, and you got Simons balling the way he is, and then you get Bronny and LeBron. You go get it poppin'. Now, do that. Please go that route instead of trying to quote-unquote build around Damian Lillard. Because who the fuck are you going to get this offseason? Really, who are you going to get? I want someone to tell me who the fuck the Blazers are going to get that's going to put them over the top. Jaylen Brown, really? Bradley Beal? He's basically CJ McCollum 2.0. Like, who are they going to get? Because James Harden, I mean, like I said, they declined that trade last year, so that's not gonna happen. So someone please fucking tell me. Someone please Blazers fans who still believe they're in a win now mode, please tell me who they're gonna get that's gonna put them over the top this summer. I mean, unless, like I said, play the long game. You get LeBron. You have this young core. Hopefully, LeBron does not trade the entire young core, which I don't think he's gonna do, because that man loves his son Bronny, and he probably doesn't want to fuck over his own son. Because imagine he trades the entire team and he has Bronny. Now Bronny is gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? Once you retire, I got all these old ass motherfuckers. So I think he's gonna want to do right by his son Bronny. So he's gonna keep that young core going. Now everyone mentions the Cavs, but the Cavs are already good, which is not good for LeBron. Because LeBron already said he wants to go to whatever team Bronny's going. So whatever team Bronny's going is got to be trashed. So either the Pacers or the Blazers, I think it will get the number 1 pick for the 2023 draft. Now that's assuming that like everything goes according to plan, because sometimes these draft lotteries just decide to do whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? They gave the Pelicans the number 1 pick when they have like the 12th best odds. So yeah, like I said, Bronny, LeBron, Simons, Obi Toppin, we get it poppin'. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was a bar or you did it, and you know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, Simons, Bronny, Simons, Bronny, LeBron, Obi Toppin, whoever the fuck you decide to pick this year, probably a center. Like let's just say best case scenario. Best fucking case scenario. Like ultimate, like just fantasy scenario. Imagine this fucking lineup. Bronny James, Anthony Simons, LeBron James, Obi Toppin, Chet Holmgren. Think about that shit. Just think about that shit for a moment. You know what I mean? Would you rather have that, or would you rather have like what? Damian Lillard and Jaylen Brown? Really? Okay, think about that. Would you rather have Anthony Simons? Yeah, would you rather have Bronny, Anthony Simons, LeBron James, Obi Toppin, and Chet Holmgren? Or would you rather have Damian Lillard and Jaylen Brown and like a bunch of randoms? Think about that for a second. And then like maybe Jeremy Grant. Like, Damian Lillard, Jaylen Brown, Jeremy Grant, and a bunch of randoms. Just think about that for a second. Just let it marinate, let it simmer, because I know Blazers fans, it's a hard time to let go of Damian Lillard. But eventually, I don't even think that he's gonna request a trade. I think they're just gonna go OKC style and trade him, because Russell Westbrook did not request a trade. They traded him. They forced him out of there. They said, we're gonna fucking trade you, so where do you want to go? You know what I mean? They didn't say, like, he didn't want out and then, like, no. They said, we're gonna trade you, where do you want to go? I think that's what is gonna happen with Damian Lillard. I don't think this front office is, like, just being a douche. I don't think they're gonna be dicks. I think they're gonna let him choose where he wants to go, and he's probably gonna want to go to the Knicks. Like the Lakers, I don't want to hear anything about the Lakers. No one wants to go to the fucking Lakers. Like, the Lakers are literally a sinking ship. No one wants to go to the Lakers. That's not happening. So, you go to the Knicks, you know what I mean, with that top 10 defense and all that bullshit, and they'll be getting popping. Because now, I think the 2023 free agency has some decent play. I have no idea. I don't know who is available in 2023. But, I mean, I'm assuming that once Damian Lillard comes, and they still keep Cam Reddish, they still keep RJ Barrett, you know what I mean? And the Pelicans flame out as usual, maybe Zion goes there. Then they really did it. Damian Lillard, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, Zion, Mitchell Robinson. That shit would be lit. That shit would be litty. That's all I gotta say. That shit would be litty, bro. That would be litty. And if you're the Pelicans, I guess you take back Julius Randle. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean Julius Randle kind of did ball out for the New Orleans. That that one season he played for New Orleans. So maybe they get Julius Randle. You know, they keep that shit going. You know, I think Julius Randle. I think if he goes anywhere else but the Knicks, like, I think he could fulfill his potential. Because the Knicks, he did do good for that one season. But the Lakers, you know, there's a lot of pressure there. I understand why he didn't perform that well for the Lakers. You know what I mean? But when he was in New Orleans, he was balling out. You know what I mean? When he was in New Orleans, he was balling out. And the Knicks, the one season that everyone... Like, because his first season with the Knicks, he was fucking trash. His second season, he got a lot better. And the third season, he's trash again. So, I think whenever there's no expectations, that's when he's at his best. You know, he's going to be with CJ. He's going to be with Ingram. You know what I mean? So they got their shit going. So, yeah. I think they'll be fine. I think this is probably the best fucking case scenario. Best case scenario. Blazers, front office, who's not Neil Dickhead O'Shea. You know, this dude actually seems like he would somewhat... I'm not going to say this guy seems like a good general manager, because half his moves seem to indicate he's not. But this guy at least seems to be open to change, unlike fucking Neil O'Shea, who just does nothing. You know, this guy at least seems to be open to change. So, I would say, trade Dame, get as many picks as possible. You know what I mean? If you end up with Chet Holmgren, you know what I mean? To pair with Anthony Simons, to pair with Bronny, and then you got LeBron James, and you got Obi Toppin. You gonna be lit. You gonna be lit. And then, dude, imagine if LeBron fucking brings a championship to Portland. That'd be the funniest shit ever, bro. That'd be the funny. Now, everyone says, oh yeah, he should go back to Cleveland. He should go back to what is it? He should go to New York and get them a championship. But at this point, he already got a championship for Cleveland. So his chapter of his life is done there. Miami, that's done. Lakers, that's done. Why not just say fuck it? Go to Portland, win a fucking championship. Yeah, y'all feeling me? You know what I mean? Play with his son Bronny. Go to Portland, which is just like right up, like, you know what I mean? Which is right next to Nike, by the way. You know what I mean? And we all know LeBron has like $1 billion thing going on with Nike. So I think he'd be open to coming, you know, to Portland for that reason too. You know what I mean? So yeah. Think about it. Would you rather have Team A with Damian Lillard, you know what I mean, Jaylen Brown, Jeremy Grant, or would you rather have Team B? You know what I mean? Simons, Bronny, LeBron, Obi Toppin, Chet Holmgren. You feel me? It's your choice. That's all I gotta say. I there's nothing more that needs to be said. If you choose option A, God, please be with you. I don't know how any of those prayers work, so I'm just saying what bullshit. But yeah, I mean, your choice. Your choice. That's all I'm gonna say. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.